Two guys doing a podcast. Two guys doing a podcast. Two guys doing a podcast. Podcast. Ow. We talked about Tory Lanez and we talked about Meg. Talked about Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
All right. I'm just going to go back to our Instagram page, which, by the way, if you are not following, please go and do that. That's Two Guys Doing a Podcast, or just Two Guys Doing a Pod. And look at this, man. Our Canada boy. Where is it?
Two Guys Doing a Pod.
Tory Lanez allegedly apologized to Meg Thee Stallion after the shooting. I genuinely just got too drunk.
Blame it on the alcohol. Blame it on the alcohol. Blame it on the blame it on the Henny.
My guy Tory.
He's about to do a remix.
My guy Tory. Why? Okay, so you know what? Go ahead. You're Tory Lanez. The situation has played out how it's played out up until that statement. So that statement hasn't come out yet. He never said that yet. Okay? What are you doing?
As Tory Lanez?
Yeah, so he hasn't made that statement yet that I was just too drunk. That hasn't come out yet. What are you doing? You're Tory Lanez right now. What are you doing?
Honestly, man, I don't even know. Because I know that he has people that are telling him, don't say nothing.
Yes.
Just be quiet.
Yes.
100%. He has people like, don't say nothing, just be quiet, and we're going to work behind the scenes to try to get you out of this. But if I'm Tory Lanez, right now I'm sitting at home, and I'm saying, what next?
Right.
Like, how am I going to come out of this? This is crazy to me because I was talking to somebody the other day, and they brought up the Chris Brown and Rihanna thing.
Right.
It's so old. I hate talking about it, but it's the most relevant thing because it's a similar situation. This man beat her up. We all know the story. I don't have to say that.
Right.
The point that he was trying to make to me was that Chris Brown came out of it. Chris Brown is making tracks, hit after hit after hit, and the ladies love him. The guys still want to be him. You know what I mean?
Ladies are not afraid to be in his company, even though he broke up Rihanna, but go ahead.
Exactly. There's photos all over. Rihanna has gone on interviews and said that she is, she wants to forgive him and move on. And I think she just really wants to stop talking about it. But what he's saying is like, if Chris Brown could get out of this, then,
maybe
give Tory some time.
Agreed. I couldn't agree more. I do feel like Tory's probably thinking to himself like, hey, you know what? If Breezy could get out of it, so could I. But you got to remember, Breezy tried. Like, I could go pull up videos where Chris was doing interviews. Are we not forgetting I can't remember the guy he did. I think it was on CNN or something like that, where he was wearing the bow tie.
The little sweater.
Yeah. He switched up his whole image. He was doing interviews, trying to talk about it, he admitted it. He wasn't like running away from the problem or ignoring it, pretending it never happened. He faced it head on. And yes, of course, a lot of people were like, yo, you're still an animal. We don't mess with you. But guess what? Time heals all wounds. And you know what really will help that is when the person that you assaulted is like, hey, I forgive him too. So the other part of this is, of course, guess what? Tory Lanez didn't beat up Meg Thee Stallion, he shot her. Right. So we talked about that. Levels, right? He shot her. So do you see Meg Thee Stallion forgiving Tory?
At this point, I don't. I already listen. Based on all her tweets and whatever the social media that she's on, she don't seem like she's about to forgive him anytime soon. And based on what you just showed me, that this guy's reason the whole time was I just got too drunk.
Right.
I wouldn't forgive him either.
Where's the apology?
Yeah. Well, I saw the full story, and apparently throughout the text, like the whole TMZ report and everything. And there was parts in the text where he's like, he never admitted to shooting her or doing anything.
Well, you can. It's a criminal case.
Right. So in the text, he never said anything. But he did say, listen, I'm genuinely sorry for what I did. But then he follows it up with, I genuinely just got too drunk. And then the fact that you want to put genuinely in there,
yeah,
man, I'm looking at every word that you put in there, and there's no genuine and drunk. There's no genuine drunk.
Right.
Because you're not acting genuine.
You're drunk. Right.
Like, what are you talking? I genuine. Those two.
So can Tory Lanez get back from this? Be real. Can Tory Lanez come back from this? This is 2020. We've gone through Me Too. We're still in cancel culture. This is 2020. Meg Thee Stallion is like the hottest artist right now. She was trying to hold it down for him, but apparently she just got fed up because because Tory was going around feeding media outlets bullshit stories. So she's like, forget this guy. So, in your opinion, can Tory Lanez get out of this? Whether it's next year, next month, 2 years from now, can he make a song, an album dope enough to make us forget? Can he pull a R. Kelly? Because R. Kelly got out of... He told us, it was proven, he was smashing underage women. We seen the tape, man. He married Aaliyah. We knew this. It was in front of... But his music was so dope, we forgot about it. Can Tory Lanez pull a R. Kelly and hocus pocus, poof pow himself out of this and reinvent himself?
I wish you had cut the question in half, because my exact response to you was going to be, do people still stream R. Kelly's music? So that was going to be my exact response. People still stream R. Kelly's music. They play it at their weddings. They still listen to Chris Brown. So as much as society wants to feel like they're sensitive to certain topics and they care about certain things, at the end of the day, when it's involving music or acting, the art will always win.
I'm glad you said. I'm glad you said that, because I kind of feel like at some point in time, Tory will find his way out of this. At the end of the day, believe it or not, and this is going to sound super insensitive, and I know that, but there are still some people who are like, I don't care. Music's fire. I don't care who he shot.